What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. So, in the last episode, you saw that we were working on the interior of Lizzie, and I have been continuing that. You saw we were working on door panels, front ones. We got pretty well wrapped up. I have been working on the back ones, and then I've got the fourth one inside. That one is partially done. So still a little bit of work to do there. But what we've been working on is doing the new windlace. So if you're not familiar with windlace, don't feel bad, because I wasn't either. So in older 50s cars, and maybe even earlier and probably later, they had something called windlace, which is this stuff right here. It's a foam center and a fabric covered strips that run along the inside of the door. I'll show you from the inside here. You can almost see it. It runs along the top there and then down the door there. And it's basically just designed to help keep out some extra road noise and dirt, dust, stuff like that. So I've just went through and we've got it done on, you can't see it all, but got it done around all four doors. It was a combination of a couple things. The original ones used little nails, and then they had these tack strips. It's kind of a hard foam something. I'm not sure what material it was, but anyway, originally it was nailed in. So I ended up stapling most of it. And then there was a few places that went into metal where I did reuse the little nails to nail those back in. So I've got, it's a little bit tedious, but really not bad at all. So I got all four sides done. And so what I am, sorry, it's dark. So what I'm working on now is getting ready to put the headliner in. Amazingly enough, you can actually still buy reproduction headliners stock for old Coronets. This one is 51. So it's really hard to see here. We went with black, and how the headliner goes in, it uses bows. So if you see these white strips here, let me show you here. These white strips, and they're like little pockets. They open up like that, and then you see those metal bows that stretch from each side all the way back. Those are what hold the headliner in on the top, and then they stretch around the edges, and then they have little, I'll show you then, like little metal teeth along. There's metal strips up in here that hold along the edge. So just like most stuff, I have not done this before, and I debated even filming it just because, just like a lot of stuff, I don't really know what I'm doing. But, you know, I decided I'll take you guys along for the journey, and we're going to learn this together, just like a lot of other stuff we do. So I'm going to see if I can get the headliner stretched out, and then we're going to pull the bows out of the car and start getting them installed. All right, so I'm not sure which end of the headliner is supposed to be forward and which one is supposed to be back. This one is unfortunately not marked. There is less fabric between the bow here and the end. And then over here, there's a lot larger of an area. So I'm going to assume, and this might be wrong, I think this is the front. So we're going to start that way. Worst case scenario, we have to flip it around. So these are the metal bows, like that. So then they slip. I got the first one in already, so slip in And like that. And then it just feeds through. Being a little fiddly. Just like that, till it is about equal amounts on both sides. That. So we're just going to keep going through and do the others. One thing weird I noticed, this one only has spots for 5 bows. Lizzie has 6, so not sure what the difference is. It was technically listed for this car, so I guess I may just have to run it without one of the bows, which I'm doubtful will be too much of an issue, but we are going to find out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of the bows out of the car. All right, we're going first person point of view for this. We'll see how it works. There's little holes under each side. Sorry, it's going to get a little dark in here. Back. And one thing I did forget, we have the dome light up in here, which we are going to have to cut out. So, trying to decide how I want to do this. Do I want to put it up and then mark it? I think I'm going to pull this loose. And then mark where we need to cut in order to clear the light. And then I'll get back to this. All right, so I kind of got this stuck up in place. It's kind of too much of a pain to film all of it. So it's kind of up in place. So now what we're going to do is, there are tack strips up along the front here, so you can see that. So we are going to work on stretching the material forward, and then also to the side, to try to get this all nice and taut, and then try to keep from getting any like rough little ridges on it. So I'm just gonna have to kind of experiment with this. I think it's a good way to use steam or heat to kind of level this out. I don't really have a real good way to do this at the moment. So I'm just gonna start with this and see how it goes, and then try to keep the whole thing centered as well. Might be kind of a pain to film, so we'll see how it works here. All right, so we are slowly getting there. I've got a light here, so hopefully we can see a little better. It's still gonna be kind of dark, I know, but I've got the headliner pretty well all in. So it has definitely been a very tedious job. And I was working on it the other day, and it was so hot, I was sweating like mad, so I did not film it. So what we did is we stapled it along the front tack strips, and then along the sides here, there were the plates with the little metal teeth. So I went along with a screwdriver and stuck it up in there, and then hammered those, I can't see very well, hammer those things shut, that way the edges stay in place. So now I just got to keep working on some of the excess, cutting it and fitting it in tight so it looks nice. And then along the front, I have this piece of trim in, so that covers stuff up, makes it look nice there. It was a pain, with the dome light, and as you can see, I made a mistake. Let me backtrack a little bit. So, I had started by stretching from the front, and I should have started at the back. And the reason being is, for the back bow, there was little metal straps that connected the bow back to the car there. So when those were attached, that held it tight, and then you stretch it that way. So that was a big mistake I made, is starting at the front. On this, starting at the back, stretching it from there. So that's what I ended up having to do. The rear corners, that corner is mostly done. That corner, I still have to do some more stretching and keep working my way around. So, yeah, very tedious. Definitely a little bit of a pain. Definitely not perfect. And then, yeah, so what I was saying, I messed up here because I thought the light was going to be farther forward. When I got it stretched, it's farther back. So I'm going to either put a little patch and hopefully just stitch that back up closed. Hopefully it'll look okay, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we are getting there. So I'm going to keep working on the edges, getting those all finished up. Then it was definitely a challenge trying to get everything pulled tight. That way it stays. But we're getting close. I'm pretty happy with it, so. All right, so we finally have got the headliner wrapped up. Let me get inside here and I'll show you. So we got the headliner edges all done. It's gonna be hard to see, it's all black. Got the edges all done. We have both of our trim pieces that run along here back into place. I have my panels up here, little filler panels between the dash and the windshield. Have those done and in place. We got the the trim that runs along the top there, which you also can't see. It blends in, it's black. Got that back in. And then also, like I'd mentioned, let's turn a little light on here. Get a little dome light on here. The hole that we had made up here, you probably can't see, but I got some needle and thread, got that stitched back up, so it looks okay. So, all in all, quite happy. Still definitely a lot of minor things to finish up on the interior, so we're gonna keep chipping away at that. At some point, we'll make some nice little panels that run along in between the doors. I'm still right in the middle of working on the rear door panels. So I'll show you where I'm at with that. Currently, I am working on painting the inner rocker panels. I'd been debating a long time on what color to make them, so I finally decided to make the upper parts black, and then I'll show you what I did in the front here that I'm fairly happy with. Is I made these upper sections black, and then I'm going to, I think, paint from that line out the body color of the car, and I think that'll look okay there. So yep, doing the same thing on the back one. Just waiting for the paint to dry there. And then I'm currently working on the these rear panels. They're green, so we are painting them black. I sandblasted the fronts. On this one, I'm going to try just taking the DA sander and sanding them, and then priming and painting them, and we'll see how that turns out. Alright, so I finally finished up all 4 door panels as far as painting goes. So we got this one painted here. We got the other side done. I have all 4 of the lower door panels made. So it's nice to have that finally done. So the interior is coming along. The chrome piece right here, I still have to put on that side. Sorry, that side. And I still have to pull the metal panel off there to do window channels on that side yet. And then all 4 doors will have new window seals. Then we have obviously the new windlace along all 4 of them. Doors are almost wrapped up. It's definitely been a bit of a process. Interior's coming along nicely though. Like I mentioned, we still have panels to make over there, and the rear parcel shelf, and there's some little areas here and there that we still have to do. And then one other thing is the flooring. So I'm running obviously the vinyl flooring still, and seeing as how I extended the floor, we have an area in here where the vinyl didn't cover anymore very well. So if you guys have any ideas on what I might do to cover that, maybe some matching vinyl from something, let me know. So yeah, it's coming along. Give you guys a quick sneak peek. We're not on the black Steelies anymore. So in the next video, I'll go over that again. And we've also got some suspension parts to replace in the front suspension. So we'll probably do that in the next video. And I know we've got a few new subscribers here. So if you guys are coming over from the Unibody swap page on Facebook, I appreciate you being here. So yeah, I think that's all we've got. So thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.